I'm Patrick G, and let's queer up health. Experimental blood cancer therapy shows promise in suppressing HIV. A new experimental treatment originally designed for blood cancer patients could mark a major step forward in HIV research. Researchers from the University of California, San Francisco, told the New York Times that 2 people in an early clinical trial achieved undetectable HIV levels after receiving a single infusion of engineered immune cells. Full findings are expected to be presented soon at the American Society of Gene and Cell Therapy conference in Boston. The treatment works by removing a patient's immune cells and modifying them to recognize and attack HIV before reinfusing them into the body. Trial participants stopped taking antiretroviral medications after the treatment and still maintained undetectable HIV levels. Some patients reportedly remained undetectable for up to 2 years after 1 infusion. Dr. Steve Deeks, who led the trial, told the newspaper, quote, "It is inspiration and a potential roadmap to get to where we need to go," unquote. The same type of cellular therapy has already been used successfully for years in treating certain blood cancers, including leukemia. While HIV treatment has dramatically improved over the past 4 decades, researchers say this experimental therapy could eventually move science closer to a functional cure. Dr. James Riley, an immunologist at the University of Pennsylvania, told the Times that, quote, "Cancer always will probably be the pioneer in this stuff because of the incredible unmet medical need." Well, I just have to say, as a former and longtime San Franciscan who got his medical care at the University of California, San Francisco, that I'm so excited that this is where this is from which it's being reported. Some of the most forward-thinking, progressive, empathetic, and professional doctors and nurses and staff that I've ever met are there. I remember about 12 years ago, I was at a symposium with Dr. Jocelyn Elders, hosted by the Research Foundation to Cure AIDS in New York, and Timothy Brown, the Berlin patient, was there. And I was very impressed by him, that he opened his life up for the remains of it to be studied for a possible cure for AIDS. And of course, he had lymphoma, I believe, leukemia. And I learned through him and the symposium that really was not a realistic way to do a bone marrow transplant to cure people. You know, you may kill a lot of people along the way. So this is super exciting that it's something that could actually be realistic. Now, I did hear a report earlier today that the cost at this moment is $350,000 for that 1 dose that could prolong, 2 years without detectable HIV. The doctor who created this mentioned that he's been working on this, in fact, for 3 decades, and that the next step is to try to train labs around the world where this sort of therapy is needed to make the medication to get it down to 35,000 to 3,500 to 350, and then eventually maybe free.
That's how so many of these things start, right?
Yeah.
They're like cost prohibitive, and but I love the language that one of the doctors described it as inspiration and a potential roadmap, which is amazing. And the fact that they say that it shows promise, those are words that so many people have been waiting for such a long time. I sincerely hope that this is a step in the right direction for new treatment.
A long time coming, right, Greg?
Yes, long time coming.
Wow. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Please support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.